Somebody told me you couldn't do it, and I told them, yes, you can. You did it. You made it to Friday. Look at you. Isn't that awesome? Friday, long weekend.
Long weekend Friday.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome.
You have a fun weekend planned.
I do. I have so many people at my house. It's going to be awesome.
Yay.
Can't wait. I'm just so excited.
I'm going out for Thanksgiving on Monday.
Oh, you are?
To my sister's cottage at
Nice.
Batchewana.
It's supposed to stop raining by then. Unfortunately, we're getting rain this weekend.
Apparently, we're getting a lot. Is there a warning?
Yeah, there's a bit of a warning for flooding and stuff. Apparently the watersheds right now are okay, but we're going to get enough rain that they have to issue a little bit of
Do you talk about that in the news later on?
I do.
Do you? What? Do you talk about Donald Trump in the news at all today, Lou?
How could I not talk about...
Honest
I have tape of him speaking at a rally that he was at last night.
Minneapolis, was he?
Yes.
Minnesota. Whoa.
And his language and his presentation, just, you have to...
He was on a tear. He is cursing.
Oh.
Okay, so...
And cursing.
Here's what I was thinking on the way to work, because I was thinking about this, and then I remembered that it was Beto O'Rourke.
Yes,
is that his name?
Beto.
He dropped the F-bomb once about guns, right? It was after one of the massacres, the most recent one, I guess.
Yeah, he was fed up.
And he actually dropped an F-bomb in front of the press.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going in a direction now with these leaders of the U.S. of America who are using that kind of language. Now, I don't. Even in a situation like that, I was surprised. I mean, I don't mind the word, but
no, and we use it all the time, right?
It's in front of the press and children and whatever. Then you got to think, hey, He was so emotional about that particular thing. People had been murdered by guns again, and he was fed up, and he dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, is using curse words about opponents, not about issues as passionate as murder.
And it's not a slip. With Beto, I honestly think that it was a slip.
His mouth.
Because we've all done that, right? You
I've said things on this.
Yeah, little kids are around or something and you
go,
slip
oops.
the F-bomb. Oh gosh, sorry about that.
But Donald Trump is saying things like...
Purposely.
Yeah. And he's going off script, and he says, watching the crowd is what terrifies me.
Oh, me too.
It's so Hitler-esque.
It is.
He pumps them up. He gets them riled up, and they love when he uses these awful words and puts people down. The crowd goes crazy for him. Yeah, and he says, "You like it when I go off script, don't you? Isn't it way better when I go off script?" And they scream for him.
Yeah, he's got them just like...
And it's because... they love him because he talks like them. Mm-hmm. I don't want a leader of my country who talks like me. I would like somebody who uses their words better than I do.
Well, and you know what? I think it's all about the status of the position. It's the mystique around being
presidential, being prime ministerial,
living in the White House. You know, there should be a little bit of a wow.
There's got to be some, I don't know.
But he gets, he's defensive, obviously. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But with regards to his impeachment, well, that has just angered him so much that he's lashing out everywhere. And it's unbelievable to me how he is so sure in his own mind of his innocence. It just boggles my mind, and that scares me.
He's a showman.
He is, and he's a businessman. He's not a president. He's a CEO, and he's a showman.
And he knows how to read his audience. I'll tell you that.
He sure does. He knows how to market. Absolutely. He's got money for a reason. I don't think he's a dumb person.
He's got money for a reason.
I think he's
his father died and left him money.
Only $2 million.
Yeah.
Pshaw.
Oh dear. And then there's good old Rudy Giuliani sitting in the Trump hotel with his two buddies from the Ukraine, and they videotape themselves sending a video message that's now gone viral with them saying, "Okay, I'll see you soon in the Ukraine," as they were about to board their planes with one-way tickets, escaping.
$325,000 is at the center of this story, and that'll be on the news as well. And just in case you haven't heard it, it broke yesterday late in the day, so you might have heard by now. But just in case you haven't, I thought you'd like to hear some of the actual. One of the Canadian Press reporters is actually talking about how the whole situation unraveled, and it's really very interesting.
Wow.
So.
interesting Canadian politics too right now. I mean, ours is
done with the debates too.
Are they finished?
They're done.
No more.
No more.
They were
advanced
busy
polls
yesterday.
Today, by the way. Advanced polls.
Oh, they opened today.
Yeah, they opened today.
Keith and I have to get our votes in for advanced polls because we're not sure about his work schedule, so we're going to take advantage of that. I thought the debate, we did a debate yesterday. If you didn't see it, you can check it out on View On Demand, SueOnline.com. Go to View On Demand. It's under politics and something. Anyway, there's a drop-down menu and you'll find the debate. You can watch it if you'd like, and it was very interesting.
I really learned so much about our local candidates. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, you follow them and you read what they've said, and then they're at events and stuff like that. But it was interesting to watch them in this situation, live television, and some of them, you know, didn't realize that certain things were going to happen in this. Like, I think that's good for everybody. I really do.
I think on their toes, because you got to be on your toes when you're a politician.
Well, and you know what? I think that that's the case. I think that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, what are you going to talk about? I'm going to talk about
your questions.
We're going to talk about what the platform is that you're standing on, and whatever that means is how we're going to phrase it. I found that over the years that if you give people questions, what happens is they rehearse the answers.
Sure.
So if you do the questions out of order, they get all messed up. It's crazy. Yeah. So you know what? They did a phenomenal job.
And the bottom line, gosh, they're nice people. Every last one of them.
Every single one of them. Absolutely.
I mean, and I've known, most of them. I don't know Amy Zuccato.
No, I don't either. It was our first time meeting yesterday.
They were all so nice.
Very eloquent.
And look at this. These 5 people are willing to put their lives basically on hold.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, Terry has been, but it's not my father was a politician.
Yeah.
He was a member of parliament, and it's not an easy life. Although that was back in the day when they didn't have constituency offices.
Right.
Can you imagine my mother? When he was in Ottawa 5 days a week, who answered the phone at 523 Wellington Street to take the messages from the constituents?
That was your mom.
My mother, raising 5 children, was answer. She was his constituency office.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
And you know what? I was thinking about that. My son has worked in politics, is no longer, but has in his past. And I was watching yesterday and thinking about, through his perspective, how much it takes to support a candidate. You know, I was thinking it's not just about the people here. I mean, it is, obviously, but it's about all the volunteers and the people who write the speeches and the people who, you know, make sure they arrive on time. Like, there's so much involved with this. So please get out and vote. And none of this, I don't know who to vote for. There's nobody to vote for. You know what? At the very least, do your research and pick the best of the worst. Whatever you need to do, you need to go vote.
Yeah, and find out decide what matters to you and ask the questions too.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of things going on. People are becoming woke, more educated early on. Mm-hmm. You know who's helping to do that? Sesame Street. I had no idea. Okay, did you know, Kate, back in 2013 they had a Muppet named Alex on Sesame Street whose father was in prison. They introduced that.
No.
2017 they introduced Julia, a Muppet who had autism.
I do remember her.
Last year they had Lily, the Muppet who was homeless.
Oh.
This year, Carly, and I've seen Carly before.
Have you?
The yellow hair. Carly, as it turns out, she's telling her friend on Sesame Street that her mother's going through a rough time, and so Carly's gone to foster care because her mother is dealing with an addiction.
Oh, wow.
And Carly's saying, you know, and she's saying what she's found out and how she's coping and what she's doing.
Right.
There are 6 million kids under the age of 11 living with a parent with a substance abuse problem.
Oh my gosh.
That's in America alone. I think it's fabulous.
Way to go, Sesame Street.
Edutainment. Man. You entertain the children and you educate them at the same time.
Edutainment. Did you just make that up?
No, that's a real term.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to edutain you.
Say yes, I did.
We're going to edutain you today. Wait until you meet our guests.
I can't wait.
Robin Duke from Saturday Night Live, Second City, Schitt's Creek, and Women Fully Clothed, along with Chef Anna Olson, Canada's sweetheart baker.
Oh, she's lovely. Both these ladies.
Plus, she has all that great news, and it's Fur and Feathers Friday with the Humane Society. We've got a full show. You want to stick with us? Then do. See you in a minute.
past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game in Trywood Fire Oven Pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
We all need an angel, Robin. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Look who's here, Luann.
I had to stick around because
I decided to share my guest with Lou this morning because she's a big fan of Anna Olson. Welcome, Anna.
Well, thank you, Tim. And of course, Ms. Comedian of the century.
My buddy. I feel like you're my buddy.
Who's the century?
Can I call you my buddy?
Yes, you can.
My buddy,
yes,
Robin Duke. I love that I'm your buddy. Okay, so where do we begin?
Okay.
Lou, you want to start?
Let's talk about how a baker becomes a television celebrity star.
It's completely random.
Was it really?
It was.
Because I know that you've been baking as a career for years and years and years. I'm a fan from the sugar days when your hair was much shorter,
yes.
you know. So I watched every single thing. I know her family. I know what her kitchen looks like. I know the decor. You know. How does that happen, though? Did somebody approach you? Did you say, you know what, I'd be good on TV?
No, way back in the beginning. This was when the Food Network first started. Mm-hmm. They needed to create Canadian content, and so they put an open call out when they were generating the first few shows, and no one applied.
Really?
Because, no one knew, and no one went to the website to look for these open calls.
Right.
So the network did hire a headhunter to ask pastry chefs across the country if they were interested in auditioning. So it was one of those opportunities. I was petrified. I didn't think I wanted to do it, but opportunity does not wait for convenience, and you don't know unless you try. So I went in there, thought I blew it, and then got the phone call 2 months later saying, hey, would you like to share your recipes on TV?
And then you fast forward to 2017 when suddenly you're a nominee for the Canadian Screen Award.
I know, go figure.
For Best Host. Like, that's wild, right?
It was.
So awesome.
It has been a delicious ride. And for me, the most important part has been connecting with my viewers and readers. Because
isn't that important?
Right before the cameras were rolling, Robin and I were just bacon gluten-free. Okay, what do you use to set it? There's a level of conversation bakers have that is different than normal conversation.
And you know what? I have to say, in watching Anna for all these years, as I mentioned, I know her husband. We're like tight.
He's a chef also, Michael, right?
And he has a cookbook out.
Does he?
All pork.
All pork?
Oh.
All pork. Living high off the hog. And I can attest, I ate every single recipe multiple times.
So we know that they're awesome. You still have Olson's Bakery?
No. I sold that some time ago. The TV world.
Two, didn't you? And sold
I did.
Two.
Yeah, sold out of both of them just because the TV world became more intensive with high definition, and now here we are in the digital world. There's just more to do.
So, do you feel like you miss? Is there ever a time when you're running and flying and driving and on camera all the time? Is there ever a time where you think, wow, I just want to be at 4:30 in the morning just making some muffins?
You know what I love most about, I get that opportunity to bake.
Do you?
Yeah, all the time. It's a big part of my job.
Aside from the show.
What I love most is connecting with people, and that's, I think, the spirit of the bakery is that baking to share. Here we are, it's Thanksgiving weekend, and people are going to be making pumpkin pies and apple pies and carrot cakes. But the idea is to share, and that's why it's such a pleasure to be here as part of the Algoma Fall Festival, because when I sold the bakery, I missed the connection with my customers. Now, with an audience like that, with tonight's event and tomorrow's baking class, I get to hang out with people like you.
Yeah, right on.
And
See,
that's
she's
the
my
fun.
friend now. I told you, right? I told you that. And it's funny because sometimes when you work on television on a consistent basis, you sort of, it's easy to get detached from the viewer, right? Unless they come up to you in the store or.
I would argue that because I cook on TV and I'm not an actor and I don't have a persona that's different than myself, I feel like I'm just me, regardless, in any setting. I have held baking symposiums, pop-ups in the baking aisle of the grocery store because one person comes up as I'm grabbing for the vanilla and I just have a question, and then all of a sudden there we are all chatting. It's the baker's chat again. But
such an awesome
it's just it's just
what I find that I love about the show and how you present is you let us in on the secret and you always make us feel like we can do it. And it's very particular and it's very precise, but you don't make us afraid of that.
Well, you know what? That means a lot, Luann, because I spend a lot of time when I'm developing a recipe. I fail a lot. I wouldn't be a success without my failures because you learn more from those mistakes. And so my wish is to empower you and not just tell you what to do, but why, so that if you're in the middle of something and go, okay, my chocolate is separating now and I've got this pool of oil at the bottom of the bowl. Oh, okay, I remember what to do. I add a little water and I can fix it. So I want to empower you as a baker.
And you know what? It's interesting because I've tried so many of your recipes as other Food Channel recipes, and you know, the celery stalk falls on the floor and you gotta stop for a second and pick it up and go bring it to the garbage can, or the water splashes on you.
I just rinsed mine off.
Chocolate, you know. So it's
5-second rule.
Yeah, 5-second rule.
Restaurant work.
So I always say to myself, this doesn't happen on the Food Channel. But you know what? It's okay to hear from you that mistakes are what makes success.
Do you, Robin, do you bake?
Yes, I do bake.
Do you really?
Yes.
Like, you have a kid?
Yes, I do.
When did you like cook stuff and make desserts and pies and stuff?
I did a lot of chocolate chip cookies. He likes chocolate.
Can you do pastry? I can't.
I can do pastry. I'm not a big pastry maker, but I was telling Anne I've been doing keto, so I've been.
I wondered where the other half of you went. When Rob, I've worked with you a little bit. I was your stage manager when you did your one-woman show up here in the Sioux, and WTF Festival. I got to spend a little time with you then. But Donna warned me that you'd done the keto thing, and when I saw you, I was like, okay, when do I interview the rest of her?
I feel like I'm back in my old body.
You feel good?
Yeah, I feel really good.
Yeah.
I do.
So you're back up here for the Fall Festival. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yes.
Women Fully Clothed have been here.
Yes,
for the
we
Fall
love
Festival.
Sault Ste. Marie. We love it
This
here.
is like your we figure 6 times you alone have been
Yeah,
here because of the WTF Festival, the Luba Goy Awards. You were there to present to Luba.
Right. Yep.
And then Women Fully Clothed a couple times. And now, this crazy compilation.
Yes.
I know, there's a reason we're sitting here together.
Because you put a show together just for us, again, in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yep.
Do we need to go to a commercial and then come back and continue this? We'll just cut our second banter.
Sure,
Should we do that? Let's go to a commercial and then we're going to come back and pick up with Robin, talk about this. Nobody needs to hear from us again today. We'll do this and then go to the news. What do you say?
So you're not going to talk anymore?
Shut up. We'll be right back after this brief message. Don't go anywhere. Robin, you wait till you hear what they're doing in Sault Ste. Marie.
This
It's a
is
blast.
so, you guys, really.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game and try wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Welcome back. We're talking to Robin about how she eats like a bear now, and she's just going to have berries and stuff.
Yes,
berries and
foraging.
Anyway, it must be. Now you have to. Are you going to be able to eat the cookies that you bake with Anna?
Oh, I'll cheat.
Okay, you're allowed to cheat.
Oh,
Yes.
cheating's allowed.
Cheating is allowed when you're on stage.
We always
You
have potato chips after the show,
Oh.
after Women Fully Clothed show, because
That's a tradition.
it is a tradition.
How long have you been doing Woman Fully Clothed now? There's you and Teresa.
And
And
Jane Eastwood
Jane
and
Eastwood?
Kathy Greenwood.
Yeah, Teresa's
And
last name is
Pavlin.
I
Teresa
have a hard time saying
Pavlin. And we've been doing it since 2004.
Oh wow, it's been that long now.
Yes,
Oh my
the
gosh.
Beatles weren't even together then.
Did you start with improv?
No.
How did you start? What was your training?
Oh, with me? Yes. Oh, sorry.
Little Robin Duke.
I started at Second City. My
did?
best friend from high school is Catherine O'Hara, and Catherine was going down to Second City and doing workshops, and then she was in the show. And then I would go down and watch the show at Second City, and I just thought, this is what I want to do.
That was back in like 1976 you joined that troupe?
Yeah, I think so.
Which, by the way, I told you just before we went to air, this is the anniversary of the debut of Saturday Night Live. On this date, in 1975, George Carlin was the first host
Oh
of
my
SNL.
heavens, yeah.
You were on from what years? 80 what?
81 to 84.
81 to 84.
Yep.
And what's interesting is, Catherine O'Hara, you replaced her.
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so you went to high school with her, you worked with her at
crazy.
Second
Yes,
City, and then you replaced
everything
her.
she does.
She's not kidding, then Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
Catherine
well,
O'Hara
certainly.
again.
Yeah, but Catherine was doing Saturday Night Live. She never actually did a show, and she called me and said they're looking for women because I'm going to be leaving. So come on down.
She went back to Second City, yeah?
Yeah, and I flew down, stayed in her hotel room, and I didn't audition. I just met with the producer, and then Catherine said to me, she said, okay, just. We'd been hanging around the 18th floor all day and just meeting people, and I don't know what we were doing there, but I had met the producer, and then Catherine said, well, just tell him you need an answer, because we got to go. I said, okay.
I guess I'm in.
Just like that.
Just like that. It was
Were you a naive Canadian or what?
Totally. We were so...
Had you been to New York at that point? Had you gone to New York before?
I think we had gone to New York.
Like here you are, Rockefeller Plaza, right?
Well, we had also gone to New York a couple of years before and gotten into Studio 54, sort of the same way, like just kind of walked in.
Do you know who we are? No? Good.
That's how we want to keep it. The guy just lifted the rope for us, and there were all these people waiting to get in. I don't know what it was, so he just cocky.
Now, I remember you, iconic characters for me, from, of course, Mrs. T.
Oh, yeah.
When you were on with Mr. T and you did the Bloody Mary mix.
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Shut up, old man. Pin of the fool.
She was with Mr. T on this sketch. It was hysterical. Wendy Weiner, Joe Piscopo. You went Wendy Weiner on SNL. I remember that distinctly.
Yes.
And then, was it Molly, the craft lady?
Molly was on
Second
Molly
City.
Girl was on SCTV. Yeah.
You and Andrea Martin together.
Yes, the bingo drop can.
Gee, you don't have any good friends at all. You don't hang around with the right people.
Oh,
What was it like to
I'm
go?
very fortunate that way.
Have you spent? Did you always spend time with Catherine in your private life, or was it like a reunion really when you got to Schitt's Creek again? When you?
Oh no, I mean Catherine lives in Los Angeles and I live in Toronto. So yeah, we in the summers we get together and.
All right on.
We're
Still teaching at Humber?
Yes, I had a sabbatical last year, but I'm off now. I mean, I'm back at it.
Back at it.
Yep.
And is it comedy writing or just writing in general, specifically script writing? What?
No, well, it provides all of that at Humber College. It's a great program for kids who want to get into comedy or want to investigate that world of comedy. You don't necessarily have to be a stand-up to do comedy.
No.
So I teach improv, which is, for me, how I learned how to write on my feet. So that's what I've been teaching.
So now let's get to the baking. The women fully baked. Women fully clothed are combining with Anna Olson, and this was sort of Donna brought you guys together. Is that right, Donna Hilsinger?
As only Donna Hilsinger can.
From the Fall Festival. So this is a very special one-off. Like, this isn't going to happen unless it becomes a huge hit.
Yeah. I have never done anything like this before, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm baking, but also
they're performing.
We're going to include Anna in some of our sketches.
Now, this is happening tonight at the Water Tower Inn. Tickets are still available, but you better get online like now.
So this will be Anna's debut, her comedic debut.
I think it will be.
And
You
she'll
are
be in
awesome.
the
And
you guys,
sketch.
had
She'll
you
be
ever
part-
met?
That's so good.
Had you
I'm
ever met
ready.
before?
No.
You never met. Have you seen Women Fully Clothed?
Well, I, of course, looked up.
You looked up,
before I
yes.
came here. So.
Yes.
So, what are you going to do? You're going to open the show?
We're going to open the show with a song. Do I want to give too much away?
Well, no, not too much. You're going to open the show with a song, and then we introduce Anna.
Then Anna will do a segment. She'll
A
start
little bit of baking, and then we go back to Women Fully
Clothed, and then Anna will join us in some of the sketches.
That is
You're
so
going to be
awesome.
in the sketches
And conversely, the women are going to come
after intermission
and help me finish up what I'm making.
You know what? Don't ever tell me that women don't know how to support other women. Seriously, look at these two. Oh my gosh.
How long an evening is it? Do we know? What have you haven't timed this out yet? This is all.
Oh no, it could go till 2 a.m.
It's too much fun.
And
then we'll improvise after.
Yeah.
Anna's going to pre-bake.
And are you going to have books available for sale?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, normally with the Fall Festival, one of the things I love about the festival is that it's very casual after it's over, and you generally get a chance to talk to and meet if you're in the audience. Will you be hanging around a little bit to chat with folks?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yes, I will be.
Lovely.
Because I'm staying, I have a hands-on baking class tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's sold out.
Not unfortunately. It's fabulous that it's sold out, but maybe you'll come back for the Fall Festival and maybe do one or more of that.
I would love to.
We would love to have you. Donna Hilsinger's right off camera. Donna's going to have her own segment after this. Luann has the news next. Donna has a segment. We're going to talk a little bit more about the festival and what's coming up. And then, of course, it's Fur and Feathers Friday. The Humane Society comes every Friday, so we get pets here.
And I pray it's not a big dog.
Luann hates dogs. Listen, I know you have lots to talk about off camera, so we're going to go to break now. Luann has the news next, and we'll be back with Donna Hilsinger and the Fall Festival after the news. Don't go anywhere on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Recently, the government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Sault Ste. Marie Region Conservation Authority has issued a watershed conditions statement with regards to current watershed conditions. A flood outlook statement is early notice of the potential for flooding based on weather forecasts calling for heavy rain or snowmelt, high wind, or other conditions that could lead to high runoff, cause ice jams, lakeshore flooding, or erosion, of course, depending on what time of the year it is. An intensifying low-pressure system from the U.S. will move into the province, bringing significant amounts of precipitation to the Sault area today. Forecasted rainfall is 20 to 40 millimeters in areas north and east of Lake Superior and the far north. Now tomorrow, 10 to 20 millimeters is forecast north of here, and then Sunday could see an additional 10 millimeters of rainfall to areas east of Lake Superior. A cumulative 5-day total rainfall in the region could range from 50 to 80 millimeters. Currently, local rivers, creeks, and streams are flowing at normal levels. Forecasted rainfall will, of course, cause levels and flows to rise across the watershed. There may be localized flooding in areas with poor drainage. Stream flows could be high over the long weekend and into next week due to the widespread rainfall associated with this system. An Ontario court is set to hear a legal battle over student fees today. The Progressive Conservative government has given students the option to opt out of many supplementary fees. Such levies are used to run student clubs, newspapers, food banks, and support programs. 2 student groups are looking for a judicial review of the Students' Choice Initiative. The government has said students should have a choice as to which campus services they support. The student groups say the measures are arbitrary and will force important services to shut down. The political weight attached to whether and where to build pipelines in Canada came through clearly last night in a French language leaders debate that also saw the leaders of the 3 main federal parties seeking to curb the rise of the Bloc Québécois. The spirited 2-hour contest marked a milestone for the federal election. It's the final time the 6 federal party leaders faced Canadians before advanced polls opened today, and with them the countdown to the October 21st election day begins in earnest. The leaders argued over a wide range of subjects that had yet to be tackled in detail so far in the campaign, including digital rights, costs for seniors, and Canada's trade with China. But it was pipelines that kept coming up, so often that moderator Patrice Roy, a Radio-Canada host, even chided the leaders for bringing them up in a segment that was focused on immigration. The politics of building them loom large in Quebec, along with the battle against climate change, and all the leaders on stage were, to some degree, fighting for their political lives in a province whose voters can decide whether a party wins a majority government. 2 Florida businessmen tied to President Donald Trump's lawyer and the Ukraine investigation were charged yesterday with federal campaign finance violations. The charges relate to a $325,000 donation to a group supporting Trump's re-election.
Entirely know the origins of their relationship with Rudy Giuliani in terms of when they met and how long they've known each other, but their role in all of this initially surfaced in a whistleblower complaint that was released by the White House last month, and it describes them as part of a effort by Rudy Giuliani to persuade Ukraine to conduct investigations that the president had wanted.
These are bad people. My phone call, as an example, with the president of Ukraine was perfect.
U.S. President Donald Trump was defiant in the face of an impeachment probe yesterday as he sought to convert the threat to his presidency into a weapon on the campaign trail. He held a rally in Minneapolis last night and referred to several issues, including his opponent, Joe Biden.
He was only a good vice president because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass. Congresswoman Omar is an America-hating socialist. She minimized the September 11th attack on our homeland, where far more than 3,000 people died, saying some people did something. Big deal. Some people did something. Representative Omar has a history of launching virulent anti-Semitic screeds, whether you like it or not.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. It's Fall Festival Friday with Donna Hilsinger.
Hey, Tim.
You look lovely, very fallish.
Well, you know.
These flowers don't work anymore. This is very springish. I'm going to get rid of those.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
We got to get some chrysanthemums. Donna, how's the festival going?
Oh my gosh, absolutely fantastic, fantastic.
I feel like I owe you a booking fee for getting me Robin and Anna.
Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure.
Much fun.
Yes, yes.
Luann was like a schoolgirl.
I know. She was starstruck.
She was saying, I'm going to tell the audience, when we went to break, she saw Anna's wedding ring and she said, oh, there's the ring. She's like, I watch you on TV when it has a close-up, I'm like, that's the ring. I noticed your rings.
That's
really?
Okay.
A little stalkerish.
All right.
You looking forward to tonight?
I'm really looking forward to tonight.
So if people want to get tickets last minute, what's the best way?
Either online at algomafallfestival.com, go to the box office in the Station Mall, or there'll be some tickets at the door.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm. All right. So what else is going on this weekend?
Well, what I want to tell you about is when we were talking last Friday, I told you that the Norval Morrisseau exhibition was opening on Friday afternoon.
It's open.
And it's running the full month of October. Yes. And it is, I know I'm a little biased, but it is simply stunning.
I had Jasmina on the show.
That's fantastic.
This week. She said, did she came up with the idea?
It was her
concept.
It was her concept to animate his pieces, and we worked with Village Media and Drew there, and he animated them, and they are truly stunning. There are 14 images, large on the large walls, and
you had to bring in Greg from the theater center to do all the projections and stuff.
Yeah, we organized the technical part of it ourselves and produced it, and it is really stunning.
And is it a native? Was it a flautist?
The
music that they're using. I think she said it was a First Nation.
It is. I don't recall the artist.
So the idea is you're just immersed. I mean, you stand there and you're surrounded by the moving images and the sounds and the music.
Yes.
And then you can actually go on.
And then you can. And I had people like through the week, have come and said to me that they were completely enveloped by sitting there and just looking and watching the images and listening to the music. And then you can go and see the original pieces in the gallery next door. So,
which our gallery owns.
They do, yes. They belong to the permanent collection, yeah.
Did you hear the story about the guy from Bare Naked Ladies who owned?
Yes.
Turns out it was a forgery. I'm talking to them off screen.
Yes.
The guy from Bare Naked Ladies, Kevin Hearn.
That's Kevin Hearn, yeah.
Kevin Hearn. So he bought what he thought was an original Norbert Morisot.
Yes.
It turns out it was a fraud.
Yes.
It was a forgery, and there's a few of them out there.
Yes, yeah.
He got a settlement. He sued the gallery, $60,000.
Yeah.
Our gallery owns a bunch of the originals.
Yeah,
that's amazing that we have that kind of, wow. He spent time in Sault Ste. Marie.
He did.
Yeah.
He was a very troubled man and an extraordinary artist and visual artist.
He was a residential school survivor.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
yep.
he was, and he struggled. So anyway, so nice tie-in, Donna, also with Truth and Reconciliation.
Yes.
The Fall Festival, a local feel.
Yeah, we did that this week. We had the jerry cans here on Wednesday as part of the National Conference on Reconciliation. Tim, they were so good. I don't know.
Ozma Vesna posted a clip of them playing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
I know, they were fantastic.
And lively.
They were and you know what?
And free. You made that free.
No, that one wasn't free. The one the night before, the dance was free.
Okay.
To the public, but
jerry cans.
I'll tell you, they were 5.
Is that Machine Shop?
Yes, and they were 5 of the most genuine Canadians, most humble, most talented. They were. I felt very. I couldn't believe it. They were. I shouldn't say I couldn't believe it. I was just thrilled to have these beautiful souls.
We have to have them back.
I'd love to have them back.
Okay,
they were fantastic.
And we're talking about the past. Never mind the future of the festival. But I got to tell you. Choir was a blast.
Oh yeah, didn't we have fun?
Oh my God, I didn't anticipate. I mean, I'd watched their videos, but I didn't anticipate how those guys are just like winging it, improv, so funny, right off the hop. The first half hour was them just audience engagement, cracking jokes, local stuff, so funny.
Yep.
And then we sang.
We
sounded so beautiful.
We did, didn't we?
Hallelujah. So now can we talk about?
We can. Now we can talk about tonight.
Okay. What?
Well, I'm just looking forward to the fun that these ladies are going to have.
It's crazy.
I know.
I'm so sad I can't be there. I'm doing that.
I know.
I'm judging for the Sue's Got Talent, which is a fundraiser, of course, for Arch. So
that's great.
I'm there tonight. But
that's fantastic.
Have fun.
Yes, and so.
Is there anything tomorrow?
No, not. Oh, actually, Anna's baking classes tomorrow.
Of course, right.
But as we know, it's sold out.
Of course.
And so earlier you mentioned Kevin Hearn and from the Bare Naked Ladies. So I'll bring you to next Friday.
Is that a segue you're doing, Donna?
I'm doing a segue.
Okay,
Look at me go.
Go.
Yes. So Carol Pope is performing next Friday at the Sioux Community Theatre Center.
Oh my
Carol
gosh.
Pope from Rough Trade.
Of course.
Right.
High School Confidential. All those amazing songs. 1980s.
Yes,
Carol Pope.
yes.
How was she not an international, huger star than she was?
Well, she's pretty.
I mean, she was huge then, but I mean, I don't know.
She just released. Why I mentioned Kevin Hearn is she just released a single with him in the last year or so. They wrote it. Yes. So she's doing new things. She's done a lot
what
of.
I meant was like Grammys and stuff.
Oh, okay.
She never got down there, and
she's got a lot of recognition in Canada, though.
Oh, tons. Yeah, and in the U.S. I just figured, she was. I heard it everywhere. She was such a part of especially university. When I was in university, Carol Pope was everywhere.
She was.
Yeah.
She's
so
stunning.
I didn't realize that she was still doing like newer stuff. That's exciting.
She is. She's doing new stuff, and she'll be performing with her band and doing some Rough Trade pieces and then or tunes, I guess, and some of her new music.
And that's happening. Which
Friday,
venue?
October 18th, Sioux Community Theatre Center, 8 o'clock p.m.
Carol Trade. Carol Pope. So does she still play with who was the guy? Kevin?
Not she doesn't
anymore?
play. Well, I think she does play with Kevin.
But not
Robin's
here.
saying that because Kevin Staples played with Carol back with Rough Trade, but Kevin Staples has also played with Robin.
Really?
And done when she did her one-woman show.
Yeah.
That
wasn't Kevin who was here.
That was Kevin that was here that was playing for her there. Yeah.
Now I feel so stupid. That was Kevin?
Yes.
Now I'm all starstruck, and that was like a year ago. Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
Oh, he's great.
He's an awesome guy.
Anyway, but we're talking about Carol.
Yes.
Stay out of this. Okay, so
that happens
next
Friday
the 18th.
and then the final weekend is it's our Celtic weekend.
Oh, you always kill it with that.
I love that. I love it. And we have across Canada Celtic, so Cape Breton, Quebec, and West Coast Celtic. Now, 2 of those shows are sold out.
Oh, see, this is you got to make the fall festival longer or something, or do more nights. I don't know.
What do I don't know. Well,
maybe not. No, leave them wanting more, Donna. Is that
there?
The
You
idea?
go. There you go.
So, but so some tickets are available.
Absolutely. So the show that's still available is the Friday night show, which is the group from Quebec, De Temps en Temps, and it's three Quebec musicians who are going to play their style of Celtic music. And I think we might see a little surprise, because although this won't be a surprise once I say it, a couple of the musicians from Cape Breton are going to stay over a night, and they're going to play together and talk about the differences between
That's the other
music.
thing you do at the fall festival. You get these people who love it so much here and love you, and they hang around and they play together, and it's cool.
I know. They're just I love the Celtic shows. The people.
How many nights is it?
3. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So which night is available?
Friday.
Friday's still available.
De temps en temps at the Machine Shop. And
Sault Ste. Marie, don't wait to get your tickets. You know how you are, and this is what happens. Anna Olson, everybody sells out. Get the online now.
Yeah.
What is it?
AlgomaFallFestival.com or at the box office in the Station Mall.
Or you could also go online, susietc.ca, but whatever. No.
Yes, our website takes you there.
Takes you right there. That's our time.
Wow.
I know.
And we were thinking we might have trouble.
No. Never hard time filling time with you. Donna Hilsinger, again, a pleasure, my friend. We'll be back with Fur and Feathers Friday. After this, you have time to get tickets for the Fall Festival, but don't wait. See you in a minute.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
my gosh, this is Shaggy. Yawn just a second again. Shaggy, this is Shaggy. Tell us about Shaggy.
Shaggy's he's a 3.5-year-old.
You know that specific approximately?
Yeah, between 3 and 4 is what his note said. He was left with a note.
Okay, first of all, Shaggy, somebody loved you because they cared enough to bring you to the Humane Society and give a note with the name, age, and condition.
Yes, that they couldn't afford to care for his health conditions.
And what are his health conditions, or what were?
He's got some eye issues.
Okay.
We're not sure if it's an injury-based or autoimmune disorder-based, where his eye is developing scar tissue, causing him to go blind.
So he has, is he completely blind, limited vision? What?
Limited. There's been some improvement since he started treatment with us.
So what kind of treatments have they been giving him? Do you know?
Yeah, he's on prednisone eye drops twice a day.
So that's a steroid.
Yeah, and that helps break down the scar tissue. Hi, buddy.
He loves you.
Hey.
He's nice. He's fit.
Yeah.
He's not chubby. He's slender.
And he's neutered already.
Oh, he's already neutered?
Yeah.
Oh, and he's young. He's only 3.
Exactly.
How's his temperament?
His temperament's great for like when you think of what he's got, his issues, right?
Yeah.
Like being limited vision.
He smells good. You don't stink at all. Like, you don't smell, and his breath doesn't stink.
No,
nothing.
He's in good condition.
Really?
Yeah, and we gave him a while to acclimatize to being in the shelter.
How long have you had him?
Close to a month.
Okay.
For blind dogs, though, it can be really hard. A shelter environment's terrifying.
Oh, because there's so many noises and they can't see things,
smells.
and the smells change all the time.
Yeah, I say it's like putting a human in a cage that's completely blind and have 100 people yell around them.
Oh no,
terrifying.
Shaggy, no,
so
honey.
He climatized really well. And the scar tissue is starting to break down.
Will he continue if someone adopts him? When someone adopts you, will they continue with the drops and stuff, or what?
Once the prednisone treatment's done, he'll need lifelong tear drops that you can get over the counter at any drugstore, like the lubricating tear drops,
just to
help prevent that scar tissue from building back up. And it's cheap. I mean, it's not an expensive long-term treatment.
There you go. So you're not going to cost people a lot of money if they take you home.
No, even the prednisone drops right now aren't. I mean, they're about $20 for a little over a month's treatment. So that's not a lot when you think. And I mean,
my tippy takes a quarter prednisone every day. It's not expensive at all.
No.
Like you say, $20 a month is.
They're pretty common drugs. So
absolutely. Question then: since he's already neutered, he's not very expensive.
No, he's not.
How much?
He is one of our.
Is he 60?
$90 adoptions?
90.
Yeah.
So for $90, you could take this beautiful boy home. Oh, yes. Have you seen him interact with young people at all, or would you
wouldn't put him with young children because, with the fast movements, it might make him nervous.
Okay.
The car, he's not a huge fan of the car.
No.
This was his
same thing again, probably.
You've got movement. My car's a little noisy.
So can you imagine how easy it would be for this dog to adapt to a nice home where there's a fenced-in yard and nothing changes?
That's the big thing.
That's what you need. You need an environment that's stable, where all the sounds and the smells are the same, and you can find your way around over time. Yeah. He's absolutely gorgeous. His markings are beautiful.
I mean, even long-term, if you were to go completely blind, it's amazing how they adapt to their environment.
Lou's going to come and join us to say goodbye.
I am.
Lou, this is Shaggy.
I saw Shaggy earlier.
He's lovely, and you know that he's slightly visually impaired.
Yeah.
But he sees you coming. He knows you're coming.
He's very.
Oh my goodness! There's something about you that he loves.
Hi.
So okay, you got to get to the Humane Society, and we're going to adopt him. Because wouldn't it be nice to have a dog for Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah,
wouldn't that be a nice Thanksgiving present?
Yeah, he is such a
sweet dog. No, stay down.
Scared the dickens right out of me there.
I'm going to do that to you.
Like a cat that knows.
Okay, listen. You're not open Thanksgiving weekend, are you?
We're open the weekend. We're not open Monday.
So you're open on Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday.
So you could go down and get Shaggy and bring him home.
Oh, please bring him home. He's such a sweet dog. Thank you, KC Security, for supporting the show and sponsoring us every morning.
We'll see you Tuesday morning live on Mornings with Lou and 10. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye, Laura. Bye, Laura.
You're watching On TV.